Hello everybody, my name is Slaughter, and welcome back to another UIM Slaughter progress log. Last episode, we got the BOFA. Fucking finally. After 1,334 kills, we got an enhanced, and we green-logged Corrupt Gauntlet. Haven't been back since. I do kind of want to go back and do some more eventually just to get the front page. I think that'd be cool to kind of like immortalize myself as a UIM somewhere in the front pages, and that would be a pretty like kind of tough one, so I like that. I'm recording this after all the footage, this little intro, so don't mind my inventory, some spoilers for next episode. But I'm going to try something a little different. I have really been struggling with recording like live clips, because there's just like I live in like a busy house, you know what I mean? I live in a basement suite, and my upstairs neighbors, I can't predict their schedules. Sometimes, you know, their dogs are really loud, sometimes they're vacuuming. They're really good people, but they're also really good at being upstairs neighbors. So yeah, I find it hard sometimes when I go to record something and then all of a sudden the vacuum kicks on and my recording is kind of ruined. And I tend to just like ramble when I'm recording on this spot, case in point. So I'm gonna try something today where I'm gonna do like a voiceover and basically like just explain my thought process throughout the last couple weeks of gains, and hopefully that goes a little bit better. But yeah, I do apologize. It's been like a week or two since I've uploaded a video. Right after getting the BOFA, it was Christmas and then New Year's, so I, you know, took some time with the family and stuff. Didn't play as much RuneScape, but I did get a couple cheeky gains, and I'm excited to show you that. So, without further ado, please enjoy this progress log. Yeah. So, the first stop after getting the BOFA was some raids with the boys. Finally, after 7 months of being trapped to the Red Prison, it was nice to do literally anything else. Chambers is my least favorite raid, I'll be honest. I'm terrible at it, but my friends were sending, so I figured I would join them. Unfortunately, I ended up dying on this raid, actually, pretty early into Ulm, because at the time of this recording, I only had, I think, 76 Herblore, so I couldn't make the strong Xerxades potions, and that basically meant that I was only healing like 6 or 7 HP per Xerx dose versus like 17 HP, so yeah, Chambers without 78 Herblore on an Iron Man, really, really tough. So, yeah, pretty sure that's my death pile there on screen, but, yeah. I did learn, though, that Chambers is actually a safe death for UIMs and hardcores, so I can death bank, and if I die here, it doesn't wipe a death bank, which makes this one of the freest raids, because it's it takes a lot of gear, a lot of random items, like axe and pickaxe and anti-poisons and shit, so the fact that I could death bank for this is really nice. But nonetheless, no purples, never lucky, no 3k CT bow. What can you do? After that, I pretty much spent a few days just sending TOAs. For the first little bit, I was sending between like 150s and 230s, just trying to find like a good sweet spot, because with my limited inventory, like I wasn't death banking for TOA, because I've done quite a bit of this raid. I'm pretty comfortable at it, so I knew that I could do it without risking the death bank. So I was doing like 150s with the Black Karis, and then I pushed up to 235s, and I think that was kind of like the sweet spot where I could complete them fast enough, because like I could do a 300 with a Black Karis, but it would take over an hour, and it was like not really worth it for a 1 in 3 purple chance that I could get on a 230, like pretty much the same chance doing skull skips, and it would take like half the time. So I'd stuck to like normals until I got my first purple, which thankfully didn't take too long. I think it was like 40 normals in total. And on Christmas Eve, I got a little present from Jagex, and I'll just let that play out.
Oh, baby, it's a purple. Oh, baby. Do you want to come pull me my second shadow? Oh my god, that'd be so hot. Oh my lordy. First purple on the Ultimate Iron Man, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, this could be so many good things. This could be so many good things. You have same number of perps as me. Tomes of a Mask. Okay. We could get any Missouri piece, which would be meh. A Leadenous Sword would be an upgrade to my Mage DPS. Osmund's Fang would be my, like, Shadow or Fang would be, like, the best thing to get. Getting a Shadow would be insanely spooned. Fang would be more likely. A Ring would be meh. Go ahead and open it for me. Come on, baby. Pull me something good. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna guess off your reaction. No way.
Shut the fuck up.
No way. A Fang? Oh, I thought it was a Shadow for a sec. That's so hype, dude! Yes! Yes! Oh my god! That's like the best item! Woohoo! Yo, other than the fucking Shadow, that is the best thing I could have got. Oh my god. Oh
You almost
my
didn't believe
god. Oh my god, dude, I can get rid of this thing. Oh my god, and that's a back-to-back elite clue. That means I can start doing 300s. Holy shit. You continuing till Shadow or Lightbearer or stopping? I'd like to green log all 3 raids.
Welcome.
But the Christmas spoonage does not stop there, because I went back on Christmas Day and did a couple more experts with my new Fang. And on my third expert, I managed to snag another Zerpal. Would you look at that? So, you know, where you go dry, you'll go lucky somewhere else, because like 2 purples in like less than 50k CTOA is fucking spooned, dude. That's pretty great. And unfortunately, it's a ring. It's the worst purple, but this is still useful for my account for a long time. And Fang and Lightbearer is a terrific combination. I wanted Lightbearer for Inferno eventually anyways. It's also nice for Tob. It's nice for a bunch of CAs. It's nice for Fasani's Nightmare. Really good all-around utility ring. It's just sad that it's got no stats. But yeah, always nice to see a purple. Always welcome. And this kind of got me formulating on a bit of a game plan. Because, like, basically within the span of a week, I went from being locked at Corrupt Gauntlet, not being able to do any content, to now having a tier 80 range and melee weapon, and like the doors just opened. And now like the only threshold for me was kind of my mage setup. So with the Warp Scepter being a bit of a bottleneck for like 400 plus TOA, or even like efficient Tob runs, I was thinking to myself, what if I just went and got a quick Eye of a Yawk? You know? What if I just went and got a quick Eye of a Yawk so that I could get just all 3 tier 80 mage, range, melee, all 3 styles, tier 80 weapons, and just the world would be my oyster. So I started sending some really early Doom runs. Oh, actually, before that, I went to Titans and I got the Deadeye Prayer Scroll spooned at like, I don't know, 40 KC or something. Mostly duos with my other Iron Man buddy, but I think 14 solos, and I got the Deadeye, so spooned. And then I just went straight into Doom. I didn't bother getting a Synapse. I did like 5 Tormented Demons, and I basically realized I would rather do 500 Delves without a Synapse than do 500 Tormented Demons. So I just started sending Doom. I'm pretty comfortable with it. I've done a couple deep delves on the main, so I'm no expert, but I can get to wave 7 comfortably with Bofa on the ultimate using just a handful of supplies. So started sending Doom. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of played myself into a corner here, because I thought the Mokalotl thread was, or the Mokalotl cloth was tradable. So my logic was like, well, okay, if I pull cloth or a Vernix, I can just put them in my looting bag until I have the stats to use them. And then I get an Eye of a Yawk and I'll be chilling. What I did not realize is the cloth is not tradable, so it actually cannot go in the looting bag. And of course, lo and behold, after like 3 days of sending and 600 delves, I got the Mokalotl cloth. No way I got, oh man, a glowing hole, but it's a fucking, oh no. Man, first glowing hole, and it's the fucking cloth. I was really hoping that I would get the Eye of a Yawk, because I cannot make this. cannot do anything with this, so that is unfortunate, but kind of cool, I suppose. On the bright side, this is tradable. What?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well, that is unfortunate. Unfortunately, this thing's not tradable. So pretty much gotta make Tormented Bracelet to keep this, which is really fucking annoying. Or just have it take up an inventory slot. I am quite a few levels away from being able to make Tormented Bracelet, and I also need a Zenite. So that's quite a few hours of grinding to get rid of this inventory slot. So yeah, somewhat bittersweet emotions. You know, it feels really good to see a glowing hole, but I mean, there was 3 drops I could have got there, excluding the pet. 2 of them would have really progressed my account. One of them kind of forces me into a crafting grind. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. But that's where I started to go down a bit of a rabbit hole. I was looking at doing like 99 crafting, because I do eventually plan on maxing this account and going for GM. And I'm like thinking, well, if I'm going to go for 99 crafting, maybe I should do 99 rune crafting first, because you get a ton of free crafting XP from Guardians of the Rift, or even doing Zayas, like Bloods or Souls at Zaya. And then I started thinking to myself, well, you know, if I'm going to do that, I should honestly just like spend a good amount of time just like doing a skilling arc and like figuring out the most efficient order to max in, so there's like as little overlap as possible. For example, like you get a ton of free construction XP from Wintertot, and construction was one of the first 99s I plan on going for, but it's also like, you know, if I'm gonna get like 1 mil construction XP doing solo Wintertot, I would rather do that before getting 99 construction, so that I'm not wasting, you know, all those resources and time on a skill that could be passively trained, right? So I started going down this rabbit hole, and I basically came up with an Excel sheet, a spreadsheet, and it's like a 1200 hour, well, so it's kind of broken down into 2 phases. Phase 1 is kind of like the boring skilling stuff, and phase 2 is kind of like the fun PVM stuff. But so far I'm looking at like a 1200 hour phase 1 to just bang out most of the annoying skills. And a lot of that is rune crafting and agility. Those are a big portion of that. But yeah, so long story short, I am on my skilling arc, and now I'm at Wintertot, and this is where I've been for the last few days. And yeah, it's been chill. And in case you're curious, this is my like max sheet. I haven't really fully worked out phase 2 yet. But this is kind of what I'm looking at. This is all like based off of the Wise Old Man stats. So every time I log out, these will all update with my current XP, and it figures out like how much XP I have left to 99. And then basically right here I punch in like my current best XP per hour and GP per XP, and it'll figure out like how many hours I have left to 99. Now this is kind of like an overestimate. Because, you know, like I know for a fact that 99 fire making isn't 38 hours. I'd say it's probably closer to 30, especially once you have full pyromancer and the new fletching knife, and you get like once you get to 90 fire making, the XP per hour goes from like 230 to 300k. So I know for a fact like some of these, and that's the case for a lot of these skills, where as you get higher levels, the XP per hour gets better and the time to train it to 99 goes down. So this is kind of like a highball estimate for how long phase 1 will take, and assuming like 6-hour play sessions, that'll take approximately 200 sessions. So that's kind of what I have plotted out for now. There are some things I could do to speed this up, like fletching could basically be a no time skill if I'm willing to spend like 50 mil on it, and crafting, if I'm able to stock up some giant seaweed and some sand, then that becomes a lot faster as well. And if I have to do some mining anyways, may as well get the sand. I'm just looking at how I'm going to get those seaweed spores right now. But yeah, this is kind of how I've calculated
what I have to do, and I have these in like approximate maxing order, so I'm probably not going to take these all to 99 right away. Like I'm probably just going to go for like 82 or 90 fishing, 90 rune crafting, like just get most of these to base 90s if not 99, and then move on to phase 2, because I don't really enjoy skilling that much. I'm much more of a PVMer, and a lot of these skills can be finished up through PVM. So for example, you know, if I were able to do like 1700 wildy bosses between RDO, Callisto, and Spindle, or Sarachnis, or Venenatus, whatever the higher tier one is, if I was able to collect like 16k magic logs by doing about 1700 those during a Void Waker grind, that would pretty much make fletching a free 99 at like a much higher XP rate. Doing Veil Totems with noted logs, noted magic logs would be insanely fast. So that's an option, right? Like there's ways I can make these skills faster through PVMing. And if I'm going to be doing those PVM grinds anyways, why not, right? Like same actually with those wildy bosses, you get a ton of herbs for herb lore. You get a ton of noted mahogany logs, which could speed up a ton of hours on construction. So there's a lot of reasons to do wildy bossing, so I might bang out a Void Waker before finishing these to 99, just because it'll really help. But yeah, to finish off this episode, I'll just show you what I pulled from Wintertodt after stacking up 400 rewards. I got the Pyromancer legs and a Brumatorch really early on this account, just going to level 70. And thankfully, after 400 rewards, we managed to finish the rest of the set. I actually pulled the hood and the legs back to back, so that was pretty crazy. But yeah, we managed to finish the full Pyromancer set, which will be a huge, well not huge, but a really nice time save in Wintertodt. It's like an extra 2.5 XP per log burn, which doesn't seem like much, but when you're getting like 9k XP drops, that adds up. That's a lot of XP over the course of like 40 hours. That's a lot of time saved. So yeah, quite happy that I got that. Then I processed all these herbs at Mixology, spent a couple days doing some seed runs, or some farm runs to do all these seeds. And in between farm runs, I was doing Veil Totems. Because now that I'm getting closer to 90 fire making, I'd like to go get a fletching knife. It should speed up the last little bit of Wintertodt, and get me more fletching XP per hour. So yeah, I figured I'd use these noted logs to go for a fletching knife. Unfortunately, pulled a bowstring spool instead of the knife, but that is okay. I could sell it for some points. And now I am pretty much just camping Giant Mole until I get some noted U logs, because he drops them 100 at a time in a rate of 1 to 12. So I'm just going for some noted U logs from Baby Mole instead to finish up the Veil Totems grind and try and get that knife, and then we'll head back to Wintertodt. But yeah, that's kind of my progress of the last 2 weeks since getting the Bofa. Did a little Toa. I think I actually sent a Tob, I just don't know where the recording is, but I died there, so, you know, not important. But yeah, some big progress. Managed to pull a Fang, managed to pull a Light Bearer, finish off Pyro set, got a Mocha Cloth, big Skiller arc starting. But yeah, I'm also currently working on a like more cinematic like video, I guess, for my Corrupt Gauntlet grind, something to commemorate it a bit better than just like a quick and dirty progress log. So hopefully that'll be out soon. And if you liked this style of video where it was like commentary versus like live clips, let me know. I'm still kind of trying to find my style with RuneScape. And yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Bye bye.